Testing, 1, 2, testing. Okay, so here's one of the things I wanted to talk about: Napoleon Total War. I've played and play sometimes Total War Empire, and I've played a few other like Total War Rome, Total War Rome 2, but I've mostly played Napoleon Total War. So I'm going to go to the one I play the most. Is I play Campaigns of the Coalition, and Austria I found is one of the harder ones to play. I usually play it on normal, because you play it on, I found that if you play it on harder, really hard, usually it starts out with less money or stuff, but it really, I don't know, I don't really think that very hard on the Campaigns of the Coalition is much different. In fact, I actually think on normal the politics play out harder, and I just got to where I just play it on normal because it seems like it kind of messes up the battles. There's definitely some things where they need to improve the AI in this. But one of the things that I wanted to point out is like playing Great Britain is probably the easiest to play, and I've gotten to the point where I don't even usually play this thing to win the like I don't usually play it to win the actual you're supposed to hold 20 regions, and by the end of basically December 1812, but so basically you have until 1813, the very end of 1812, you got to capture 20 regions, which is including Spain, Gibraltar, which you start out with, Brittany, I forget the name of this one down here, but you also got to have the bottom of Denmark, and Oldenburg, is either Oldenburg or it's right by Brandenburg in Prussia. But anyways, so to do that, you have to declare war usually on Germany or Prussia at least once. These two are in France. That's not an issue. Spain, you're normally at war with Spain most of the time you're playing the game, so that's not an issue. Just these two here, you got to end up declaring war on Norway to get Denmark, or that part of it, and then you can either sue for peace or you can just go ahead and take the whole region. And you usually got to declare war on Germany unless you get up there pretty fast. You got to declare war on Prussia. But one of the things about this game that kind of cracks me, or I shouldn't say it cracks me up, but it's one of the things that they could fix the AI in or change the AI, is part of the way that this game acts strategically, especially with these okay, I'm not going to play that part. So what I'm usually pointing out here is with Britain, you're isolated because you're on England, Ireland, and Scotland here, and you're in the Channel. You got the most naval power to start with, so I usually block up here just to start with, and I usually take this frigate and I put it up here because within the first turn they're going to establish a trade route going this direction. And you start out at war with Holland, which is kind of, I don't know, it's interesting, but, and you have this 64 here, okay, you have a 50 and a 32, we're going to put him here and I'll show you why in a minute. Him we're going to bring here. Going to bring him back up here for the moment. Now, one of the things I don't like is you have Villeneuve in a. If we can spot him down here. This is like your main Spanish fleet here, with a Santísima Trinidad, which is a 140 gun ship. It's the only one in this part of the game. And I've captured it sometimes and made it my own, and sometimes it gets blowed up and stuff. Let's see, and here's Villeneuve. He's got a 122 gun ship. He's got a 106 gun. I actually think he has two 120s, 122s. Maybe it's just one. But anyways, and then he's got some 74s. So catching these guys separate, it's not really that hard to defeat them. They don't bundle up together like in real life like they did with the Battle of Trafalgar. And once you wipe these guys' butts out, then it's almost like you don't need most of these ships no more after you clean them guys out. And the AI, you can sit here and blockade these ports, and they'll chase out a little guy to push you out, and then they leave. They don't leave a guy in here. Like for me, it's real easy. Okay, you got a light foot and an infantry, but it's real easy to take these militia and put them in these ports. So once I get to rolling, and I usually take these guys across here pretty quick, and I start plundering. I just start kicking these weak ones' butts, and I take the money, and I run all around here and do that. And if Wellington gets killed in battle, it just spawn him back over here and turn. Every one of these major countries, Austria, Prussia, France, Spain, they have a main general. And if you kill that general, unless the country's gone, if you kill that general, Napoleon, like they keep respawning in the capital. Now that doesn't work with Horatio Nelson. If you actually get him killed and he's on the ship, he doesn't respawn back in the capital or anything like that. Usually take this guy and put him right in here. And usually the first thing I research is national debt, because I think they give you one of your first missions on your, as soon as you end this turn, it tells you it's either national debt or division of labor, and you research those and you get like extra money for it. The smartest thing I do usually is, so you can build a farm in 3 rounds, and you have one up here. Actually it's 4, and this is 3. You can do a market. So there's quite a few things that you can do where in 3 turns you start getting money. or 3 or 4, and it's very beneficial. This one's 6, and then usually what I do to start with is I'll build 1 merchant ship. Now I got 185 left, which isn't a bunch, but and I'm not sure. Let's see, recruit. Nope. Okay, thought I needed 3. So I take that guy and march him here, and then I make a militia guy and I put him in here. And that keeps your port. That keeps the enemy. They might could blockade your trade route, but they can't actually sail a ship into your port having those guys in there. And it would be smart for France and Spain to do the same thing, but like I said, their AI is not set up to do that. Holland, all of them would be. Of course, most of them have trade ports. You don't want to march in there. You want to just block them and take all that money. But like, you got a dockyard here and a dockyard here. If you wanted to actually keep them from building ships, then you actually sail your ship in there. Where if you had a human player, they'd probably do that pretty quick. Okay, so let's put the spy on this ship. And then let's stick him on the shore over here. Alrighty, so I did pretty much what I could do for that turn. I'll end turn. Now see, right away they established that, like I was talking about. Oh, they didn't establish the other one, but there they did. They established the second one. So he's blocking him. Now I usually take this 38. I put him right in here, in between here. I take this 32 and put it up there. And then that way I'm basically sucking all of the money off of those trade routes for those two ports. Now sail him down here. Okay, so I tell the agent to go infiltrate for now. Join these two up. Okay, now usually within the first turn, or on the second turn, I'm on the second turn, I'm surprised. Usually Prussia offers a trade agreement, or Austria. Okay, now the next thing I do is I come to these mines, which actually, I don't think I have enough money left to do another one. Yeah, I don't have enough money left. So, but those are other good possibilities for 3. And I think, yeah, I have enough for 1 militia man. Okay, so there, like Russia's saying, hey, let's do some trade. I'll give you 500 gold pieces. So, like, okay. And you can also see that I'm draping Spain's trade route there. And there's 3 mines. One there, one there. And this one's already developed, so this one I gotta wait until I get a steam engine first, which is just dandy. Oh, actually, usually on these guys, I'm not thinking. I usually keep them there. See, and if you left click on these, so they're actually building a ship at the moment, which I like. Sometimes the AI won't build ships. It's like I was saying, once you wipe out those main 2 fleets, so let's take this guy and put him in here. And let's take and build a, oops, don't got enough, 84. Okay, I'll wait on that one. But in the meantime, actually I think I'll wait because I need to build these, because these also will get you some money to start with. Or I should have actually, he's fine. I don't think I want to wait 2 turns. So let's take this guy here. Oops. Fine. It's funny. I messed that one up, but that's alright. So maybe yeah, now this and I'm not sure what I gotta build to get the King's German Legion, because I have 1 of 4, but I gotta build a certain barracks to get that. So, and I plan on breaking this up into parts. So I'm almost at 20 minutes. Let's take him. And that's at 20 minutes. So I'm going to end this here, and then I'll do part 2 here shortly.